Okay, here we are in the crab room, and these are pictures of the Friday the 13th flood. I'll show you this fighter just to start it off. Well, we had about 24 inches. Here's the kind of the mud. Any place where you can see the floor, that's where I've already stepped, and the mud is out of the way. But right now I still got about an inch of water and a mess. There's the mark on the door on how high it was. Let me give you a better look at that. That's 24 inches, I measured it. So it was that all around the room, I'm sure. There's the mud on the base of the table. The TV works. I think it came up just short of the TV. I don't know about the heater. I'll have to try that tomorrow. I got a water line on the bottom of it. We'll see. This is the futon. I had the futon up on blocks. I had it all the way at about 8 inches, and then with the legs I figured I was safe. But as I feel the bottom of the futon, it's soaking wet. Another 3 inches and I'd have been okay. This is a cooler that was in the back of the crab room. I'm now in the front of the room. This is all the things from the boat, the Triumph. Everything's fine. What happened was that just went floating around the room, and it's okay. I had the chairs up, my computer chairs. Thank God they stayed dry. So again, watch this. This is the muddy floor. Watch when I step in it and step back. There's a flounder you can barely see. There's some mud on the bottom of that. There's things all over the floor that went floating. Here's a recliner that was high enough. There's a recliner that was high enough. They're both saved. And the TV, so that's not bad. This is a file cabinet. I had everything out of the bottom drawer, figuring that was susceptible. Top drawer, I had some files in there, guarantees and all. Everything's pretty damn wet. There's some photographs. They're soggy as hell. I don't know if they're salvageable or not. This is my keyboard. The towel is wet, but I think the keyboard is fine. So I can sit here and play with it. This thing marks 629 pine. That's a bunch of pieces of wood that I use to elevate things with. That was out behind the bar. So things must have been floating all over the place here. For instance, here's the trash cans. They were standing upright underneath the stairs. They're laying down. That table was straight. Fortunately, everything here is okay. I had the kitchen tables up on that. We just lucked out with the freezer here. It just fell short of that. Now on the other side, that little refrigerator, and about an inch of water got to that. I don't know if it works or not, but that was sort of on its last legs anyway. Microwave's okay. Pool table, the wood got wet, obviously with 24 inches. Probably came up to about here, but it didn't reach, yeah, right to there, right to here. But it didn't reach the bed, so I guess that'll be alright. It's wood and all, but here's a mess of things that just went floating. Fortunately, I'd put the dehumidifier up on this thing. That's safe. The bicycles were knocked over. I don't know what knocked them over. Sorry, something floating by. Maybe that big thing of water. This is all stuff that was on the bottom shelf here. Tools, but it wasn't anything that really could be too damaged by water. So up here is a compressor, my power washer, my vacuum. They were all fine. This is my cutting board for when I fillet fish. It's floating around the room. I didn't even know it floated. Now I've got some power tools here. Not sure how they fared. I'll have to get into them tomorrow. Nothing else back here looks like it was too bad. Didn't reach the treasure chest of empty bottles there. As I walk around here, that TV seems to be okay. This is the water heater room. Where did I show you this? What a mess. This table was moved. The water obviously got up on the toilet here itself. Didn't even think to look in it. Oh, what a mess. Just muddy water. Here's the level of water on the floor. This is wallboard. That might be irreparable. That might have to come down. Things back here just disheveled like crazy. Fortunately, I had put the curtains up, but they survived all right. So all in all, it's a hell of a mess. When I first came in, you couldn't see any of these diamonds on the floor except for where I worked. For instance, under the table, that's all painted. But let me see if I can show you. It's all mud. Just mud after mud after mud. So, looks like the futon mattress was a casualty. Don't know yet about my tools. These mattresses were okay. The pool table seems okay. Could always be worse, you know. Now all we got is a bunch of back-breaking work trying to clean this thing up. That's tomorrow's job. I already got a Manhattan crooking. And my good friend Marty is going to drop off a sandwich on his way to work at Flip Flop, so that's welcome. So it's kind of nice when you get a pretty reflection of the light on the floor. You don't get that most of the time. So that's where I am. 24 inches of water. Could always be worse. Talk to you later.